Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for December. Hope you're well. I am going to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Scorpio out there. So guys, take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse or flip-flop. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in. But as always, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Scorpio? Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, you're starting out with the Seven of Pentacles. Pisces had that same card in the same placement. You have the Knight of Wands, and you have the Five of Cups in the reverse. So I feel like you're looking to invest. I think Pisces, it was in reverse though. It looks like you're willing to invest, or you're looking to invest in love again. That's very good, because I can see that you have gone through something that was difficult. You felt a lot of loss. You felt a lot of pain. There was anguish here. And I do feel like you're kind of getting back out there. Knight of Wands, there's communication. And that's passionate communication. So there could be somebody that you are talking to currently. And with the Seven of Pentacles, you're trying to figure out, is there chemistry here? Let's see who's in your energy. And if there is chemistry, are you going to invest in the situation? Show me who is in Scorpio's energy. Some of you in the past invested in somebody who was a bit of a player. And I feel like, you know, that's where this anguish came from. But the chemistry was really good. All right, so we have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Seven of Swords. And we have the Empress in the reverse. Be careful with this person. Be very careful. This person is not stable, either financially or otherwise. Seven of Swords indicates that they do some sneaky stuff. That might be why you're looking. You might be checking this person out. You might be deciding, you know, should I invest in this situation? I can tell you financially they're not stable. There's some dishonest energy here. You know, they're lying, cheating, stealing. I don't know. But there's this energy of them not being on the up and up. With the Empress in reverse, their money is bad. So make sure they're not coming at you for financial reasons. Their money is bad. They're in a poverty mindset currently. They might be doing some sneaky things to try to overcome that. And I also feel like this is somebody who is, they don't really value themselves the way they should. There's a lack of self-esteem. Some things that they need to address with that. And I don't know why this is coming to me, but I'm hearing this person is mean to animals. Yeah, especially cats. They don't like cats, which is interesting. I don't know why I'm getting that. But all right, so let me see the energy between Scorpio and this person. Page of Cups. This looks like somebody new. This is a new interest. So there's just flirtation here. And I feel like this person came about unexpectedly. Let me see what's affecting this connection. The Strength card. Yeah, be careful. I'm telling you, you could be dealing with a Leo, Libra, or a Taurus. But this person, I feel like they're coming at you in a strong manner, very sexual. But there's an agenda. There's a hidden reason behind it. I feel like the two of you there was a lot of flirtation here. And you are interested. You're very interested in this person. Let me see. Show me the outcome. Three of Swords. Yeah, Three of Swords. But I don't feel like you're going to let this get to you too deeply. I feel like in this past relationship that you were involved with, I feel like you learned a lot from that. And it's like you're just now opening yourself up to love. This is a newer person. This is not the person from the past. But this person's just not stable. And they're coming at you like gangbusters, but they have deceit in their energy. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, so you're avoiding situations with people. You might have been dealing with a narcissistic person or somebody who behaved in a very narcissistic manner. When they fought dirty. You may have felt trapped in that energy, and now you're kind of freeing yourself from all of that. So just be careful. Just be careful, because this person, because I see you trying to avoid that energy again, but this person's got some dishonesty in their energy. All right, so let's clarify your reading. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Why is the Seven of Pentacles here for Scorpio? All right, so we have the 10 of Coins and we have the Page of Wands reversed. Interesting. So if you have close friends or family that know this person, I don't feel like they like this person. And it does look like you are affiliated very strongly with either very close friends or family, or both. You have a strong support network here, Scorpio. And so I feel like you're looking for your 10 of Coins. You're looking for that everything, that relationship that encompasses loyalty, love, the whole 9 yards. And what you're getting here is page energy that is a bit immature. And when this person, things don't go their way, you could be afraid that they're going to explode on you. I do feel like you've got friends and family that don't approve of this person. But the chemistry is there. I definitely see chemistry. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Why is the Knight of Wands here? All right, we have the Star card in reverse, and we have the Emperor. Yeah, you're hoping for an Emperor. You want an Emperor. So you're viewing this person differently than the way they really are. Be very careful here, Scorpio, that you don't have these rose-colored glasses on. Some of you guys could be business owners, or you could be a person of authority, somebody that, people listen to, and like you call the shots, basically. You're coming through as somebody with a very strong, very steady, very loyal energy. But there's something about this person that just sparked your interest here. I do feel like you found it a little bit unsettling. You're still healing from the past, though. You're still healing from somebody that was a bit of a player, or it was an on-again, off-again situation. But see, you've taken control of your life, and you've decided that you're going to open yourself back up to love. You're going to go out and you're going to, find a happy relationship. You're a very strong person. I can see that. Why is the Five of Cups in reverse? The Wheel of Fortune, good. The Strength card again. And the World. Yeah, you're closing out this cycle where you were so upset, so sad. There was a lot of depression for some of you. So you've closed that cycle out, and now everything is moving in your favor. You just have to be very careful that you are not moving back into a situation with the same person in a different face, okay? Because while you're opening yourself up, and I see you working on yourself, you've been working hard on yourself, closing out old cycles, really taking the initiative to move your life forward. But this person, I feel like there's chemistry here. You're trying to figure out if you should invest with them or not. I don't feel like your family and friends approve of this person. Let's look at their energy. Spirit, why is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse? Four of Wands, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups in the reverse. Be careful that this person is not married, because they're not telling you the truth about something here. Now, it could be that they were married and that marriage is ending. And if that's the case, this person You know, I feel like they're over and done with that situation. But the Four of Wands did not show up in the reverse. It showed up in the upright. It showed up as this person, you know, being someone new that is approaching in an unstable manner. And that there is, with the Four of Wands, there is still a connection there. Now, for some of you, you may have met somebody new at a wedding or a celebration or some event where people were getting together to celebrate. And this person showed up in that energy, and they were very captivating. So let me see. Why is the Seven of Swords here? I really want to know that. The Empress. Here the Empress is in reverse. And the Page of Pentacles. Guys, I feel like this person has somebody else in their energy. Yeah, so the deceit is around money or prosperity in some manner. They definitely come across as being a lot more confident about themselves than they really are. This person has some deep-seated insecurities. Yeah, so they might be presenting themselves very differently than the way they are. If they offer you something, it's going to be something very small. I feel like this person reaches out to you frequently, but in very small ways. And anything that they're offering you is very small. It's almost like they're leading you to believe that they are someone that they're not. And for some of you, this person has a full-on, long-standing relationship that they're currently still in, and they are not being honest with you or that other person. Let me see why the Empress is in reverse here. Why is the Empress in reverse for the person in Scorpio's energy? The Two of Wands, they could live at a distance from you, so it could be difficult to, you know, really know what's going on in their life. And the Two of Cups reversed. So if they are in a connection, this person is ending that connection, and they are making plans to come towards you. So they are ending something here. I don't know if you met this person and they just weren't quite honest with you. Let me see the energy between Scorpio and this person. Yeah, again, the Seven of Swords. Guys, please be careful. This person has the Seven of Swords twice. Twice. Three of Cups reversed. You weren't expecting to meet this person. It's likely you met this person when you were out with friends or at some sort of celebration. And I'm telling you, your friends and family don't like this person because they are deceptive. They see it. I don't know if you do, though. I don't know if you do. It looks like you were out here minding your own business, and this person approached you. But they didn't approach you honestly. Like, you know, they were probably a little bit flirtatious, but very sweet. Definitely very sweet. Probably texting you a lot. It's an energy that says, I'm going to draw Scorpio in, but I'm not going to tell them the whole truth. And then if things look like they're good, then I'm going to ditch whoever this is I'm with, and I'm going to take off with Scorpio. So, and they're trying, basically, you're looking at this person, Scorpio, and you're feeling like you've met your match, your divine partner. You feel a strong chemistry with this person. But it's like you're not seeing everything clearly. Why is this Strength card here? Temperance reversed. The Four of Swords. And then the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so you might be trying to reach out to this person, trying to contact them, trying to talk to them, and they go silent on you. And then you might get a little text here or there. This is not a balanced connection, and it's going to cause a lot of emotional imbalance. And I feel like you're just hooked into this person. So you know, when you don't hear from them, it causes your emotions to kind of go up and down, because you have strong feelings. It's like you feel that this is your person, but they're being a little bit dishonest with you. They're not who they appear to be. Let me see the outcome. I feel like you're trying to, you know, talk back and forth, and they just go silent. So yeah, 5 of Coins, the High Priestess, and the 10 of Wands reversed. So your outcome here, Scorpio, is that you're going to feel rejected and abandoned. This person's going to, because they have secrets. They have secrets. Now, their intention, because you're not the only person they're keeping secrets from. They're keeping secrets from whoever they're involved with as well. And their intention is to end that connection and come towards you. But I would be very careful about why, because it's attached to poverty. It's attached to a poverty mindset and deceit. So be very careful that this person's not trying to use you for finances or money, or that, you know, they're trying to run away from another situation, because they're definitely keeping secrets here. And they're making plans. They're making plans. But I see this ending up in a situation where it's going to be very painful and heartbreaking. They're going to leave somebody heartbroken over here to come towards you, or they're planning to. I don't see them doing that yet. They're keeping a lot of secrets from you as well, and they're difficult to reach. Well, that's because there's somebody else involved over here. So they're hiding you from them. And what I'm seeing here is that you're not seeing them clearly. You think that this person is, you know, a wonderful match, a divine partner, that it's divine destiny. So I feel like this is going to break your heart. It is going to come out, and I feel like it's going to be very painful. You will overcome it. You will overcome it, and you will move on with your life. But it's going to be a hard one for you. So bottom of the deck is the Hermit in the reverse. This is underlying energy. That indicates you could be dealing with a Virgo. I see Scorpio energy here as well. So it could be another Scorpio. Gemini is here. But with the Hermit in reverse, this is indicating that, you know, you've been soul searching. You've been trying to figure something out. The answers are going to come to you, but you may not like the answers. So I'm going to pull, just be very careful, because I have to say it's a strong warning sign to see the 7 of Swords in their energy, not once, but twice. So let me see if there's any advice through the oracles for you. All right, so we have Rising Above. I see only beauty and grace. Is that rose-colored glasses, or, you know, I don't know. I'm just worried about you, Scorpio. All right, give me a second and I'm going to find that for you. It takes a little longer in this particular deck, so give me a second here. All right, so it says, let go of the ordinary and step into the extraordinary. You have potential that you haven't even begun to tap into. This is the time to reach higher than ever before, so do not fall down before doubt. Remember your true calling. What the universe wants you to know is, just as the lotuses rise up out of the mud and into the light, so you are rising up to even greater heights. Sometimes this occurs naturally, and sometimes it's an act of will. This is the time to rise above any situation that's not empowering. Even if there are some people you might leave behind, let your light shine for all to see. Rise up and step into your potential. You are indeed a healer, a teacher, and a leader. So some questions to ask yourself are, what do I need to do to rise above? Is there a fear that holds me back from rising above my current challenge? And your last question is, how would my life change if I stepped into my role as a leader, teacher, or healer? All right, Scorpio, I hope that this has helped and given you some clarity in the situation. A lot of you guys probably turned it off as soon as I challenged your perception of this person. But I'm just saying, I would be very careful, you know. I'm not telling you what to do, but be very careful, because I don't want to see you get your heart broken. But in any event, I hope it's provided the clarity. If you have resonated with it, please hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you want. And until I see you in your next reading, Scorpio, know that you are love, and namaste.